Okay, guys, so let's talk about the station rotation model because that's what we're going to focus on in this PD. There's lots of different ways to do blended learning, but this is one of the most effective ways that I've seen it used at my school at Wood Creek. So that's the one we're gonna discuss today. Um, why would you use the station rotation model? So the purpose of this model is it helps you to really personalize the learning for your students that are gifted, but it also you can also modify these station rotations to fit in with your pre-AP or your on-level classrooms. Um, Also, this model also helps to shift responsibility from just the teacher um, to more of a partnership with your students, and it helps them to take on more of the responsibility of their own learning. Caitlin Tucker is kind of the guru of blended learning, and we've taken a lot of her information and put it into this presentation. And this is one of the things, whenever I first started reading, I think are one of the basic kind of principles that you need in order to have a really successful station rotation blended learning uh, unit. So these are just some principles. It's partnership principles for teachers and students. These are just the things that you need to build with your students in order to make it really successful. So um, building a mutual respect and trust between you and your students is obviously really important in general. But creating a shared purpose and goal setting, making sure the kids know, why am I doing this? What is the purpose of this? What am I working towards? And you're not just sending them out to these stations to work on individual stuff. That they need to understand that there's different things to do and a reason why they're doing it. Um, Also, reciprocity. Prioritizing honest and open communication and regular feedback. These kind of go together. When you're giving feedback, you just want to make sure that you're being honest and open and as well as respectful, and you're giving them feedback and they're giving you feedback as well. Like, have that open relationship where they can say, this just doesn't really sound right. How about I do it this way? And you can, think about it and say, you know what, that's a great idea. I appreciate your input on that. Creating those kind of relationships also helps to on this side over here. It also helps doing that also helps balance power to ensure each partner has equal voice and choice. So not only in the groups, in the rotations with the kids they're with, but also with you and your students, just creating that balance between all of that. And all of this really helps to helps show commitment to learning together. If you're all working together, you're all giving feedback. Respectful, trusting, and you've built that kind of relationship with your kids, you're all going to end up learning together. And that's, one of the main goals of this blended learning PD. So what is the station rotation model? Students are going to rotate through learning stations, either on a fixed schedule, which is, you have 15 minutes to do this station, and then we're rotating, or at the teacher's discretion. So y'all work, I'm going to go walk around and give you feedback, or I'm going to be over here working with these kids and I will come see what you're doing in a few minutes, and then we'll figure out if we need to rotate. So that's kind of the deal on that. And then blended learning consists of at least one online learning station. So we're blending this learning. So lots of different things going on, and you definitely want to pull in the technology piece as well. But it doesn't all have to be technology, but you want at least one of those stations to have that. Talking about student benefits, horizontal lesson planning really creates smaller learning communities that provide students more opportunities to work collaboratively with each other, and also to engage in several different activities that appeal to different learning modalities. So whatever type of student you have, whether it's a student that learns visually or auditorily, by moving around in the station rotation, you're going to have several different things for them to be able to choose from, giving them that voice and choice, and letting them, those GT kids, choose what best matches their abilities and the way they learn and the way they interact with students. It's also going to challenge them to kind of step out of their modalities some, or out of their comfort zones, not just modalities, and and try something different and really challenge their thinking and that sort of thing, as Miss Bernal had mentioned um, on the 4 C's, creative, and it's going to really kind of pull that critical thinking and that kind of thing, and working collaborative is going to kind of pull that stuff out. This video is going to be attached in Schoology underneath our station that we're on right now. So you're going to watch that and then answer a discussion question to kind of pull this together. And that's Caitlin Tucker, in case you don't know. She's the guru. So for teachers' role, the most effective learning communities are those that allow teachers to spend more time working individually or in small groups with their students to customize and personalize instruction. So Caitlin Tucker, again, she's going to talk in this video more about this, but this really allows you as the teacher to, and we're going to show you some examples, to create a teacher station where you can really sit down with your kids and talk about what they're learning, what they've done, question them, have conversations about, what they think, what they're learning, and then you can take that as a teacher and customize the rest of what they're doing and what they've done and really personalize it to how they are, because you know your students best. You know how they learn better. You know if a student's done something too easy and they need to be more challenged, especially those GT students that really, those overthinkers that, those sorts of things. You can really challenge them and give them more and help personalize more of their instruction.